ATM height has nothing to do with wheelchair accessibility. And banks lied about why they're positioned so low. The real reason ATMs are placed at that specific height is to prevent shoulder surfing and protect PIN entry from people standing behind you. But banks discovered they could use disability rights as positive PR cover for a design decision that was actually about security and profit protection. The accessibility explanation sounds noble and inclusive, but it's corporate marketing designed to make a selfish security measure appear socially conscious while avoiding the real conversation about surveillance and privacy in financial transactions. Banks could easily install ATMs at multiple heights or with adjustable screens, but they choose the single low position because it serves their security interests while providing a convenient excuse that makes them look like champions of disability rights. Here's what makes this especially deceptive. Companies regularly use social justice causes as cover stories for business decisions that are actually about profit maximization and risk reduction, exploiting public goodwill about important issues to avoid scrutiny of their real motivations. When corporate PR uses disability rights as camouflage for selfish design choices, ATM accessibility isn't about inclusion. It's about how businesses weaponize social causes to disguise profit-driven decisions and manipulate public perception through manufactured virtue signaling that serves their interests rather than disabled communities.
Shopping malls are designed to be confusing mazes, and getting lost isn't an accident. The layouts are deliberately illogical and disorienting to force shoppers past more stores and impulse purchase opportunities using architectural psychology to maximize exposure to spending temptations while making it difficult to find exits or navigate efficiently to your intended destination. Anchor stores are positioned at opposite ends to ensure maximum walking distance through the retail gauntlet, while confusing corridors and dead ends create a sense of discovery that's actually systematic manipulation designed to increase the probability of unplanned purchases. The maze-like design exploits human spatial navigation weaknesses to keep people wandering longer and spending more money while creating artificial scarcity through hard-to-find popular stores that make shoppers feel accomplished when they finally locate their targets. Here's what makes this especially manipulative. Mall architects study consumer psychology and pedestrian flow patterns to design environments that override rational shopping behavior and transform routine errands into extended spending experiences through environmental confusion and spatial manipulation. When retail architecture becomes behavioral control technology, malls aren't just commercial spaces, they're sophisticated psychological traps designed to exploit human navigation instincts and transform your desire to buy specific items into extended exposure to profit opportunities through systematic spatial disorientation and discovery manipulation.
Casinos don't pump oxygen to keep you awake, but the real manipulation is much worse. While everyone focuses on the debunked oxygen myth, casinos actually use temperature control, lighting psychology, maze-like layouts, and sensory manipulation to create environments that override your natural decision-making and keep you gambling longer than you intended. The cold air keeps you alert. The absence of clocks and windows creates timelessness. The carpet patterns and wall colors are scientifically chosen to reduce anxiety and increase risk-taking, while the maze-like layout makes it nearly impossible to find exits without walking past more gambling opportunities. The oxygen story is actually useful to casinos because it distracts from the real environmental manipulation that's far more sophisticated and effective than simple air composition changes. Here's what makes this especially clever. By allowing people to focus on a fake conspiracy theory, casinos can continue using proven psychological manipulation techniques while everyone debates the wrong thing, creating perfect cover for systematic environmental control that extracts billions from visitors who think they're just having fun. When urban legends become cover stories for real manipulation, casino design isn't about entertainment. It's about environmental psychology warfare designed to exploit human behavioral weaknesses through systematic sensory control and spatial manipulation that transforms your leisure time into profit extraction opportunities, disguised as gaming excitement.
Stock market manipulation is 300 years old, and the same tricks still work today. The techniques used to manipulate markets in the 1700s have simply evolved with technology, from stock pools and bear raids to modern algorithmic manipulation and high-frequency trading that serves the same purpose of extracting money from retail investors who don't understand they're playing a rigged game. Market manipulation isn't a bug in the financial system. It's a core feature that has adapted and survived every regulatory attempt to eliminate it, because the people making the rules are the same people profiting from the manipulation. What started as physical manipulation of stock certificates and newspaper rumors has become digital manipulation of trading algorithms and social media sentiment. But the fundamental goal remains identical: transfer money from uninformed investors to connected insiders through systematic market control. Here's what makes this especially depressing. Every generation of investors believes they're participating in a fair market, when they're actually funding the latest evolution of financial manipulation techniques that have been refined over centuries to become more sophisticated and harder to detect. When market manipulation has a longer history than most countries, stock trading isn't investing. It's participating in a centuries-old wealth extraction system that has perfected the art of taking money from ordinary people and transferring it to institutional players who understand that markets are controlled rather than free.
Subscription services are designed to trap your money forever. And the interfaces prove it's intentional. Companies deliberately make subscriptions easy to start but nearly impossible to cancel, using dark patterns in user interface design that hide cancellation options, require phone calls during business hours, or create deliberately frustrating processes that cause people to give up and continue paying for services they don't want or use. These aren't design accidents, they're systematic psychological manipulation techniques that exploit human frustration tolerance and procrastination tendencies to maintain revenue streams from customers who are actively trying to leave. The subscription economy generates billions in revenue from zombie subscriptions that people forgot they have or gave up trying to cancel, creating business models that depend on customer neglect and interface manipulation rather than actual value delivery. Companies track cancellation attempt data and deliberately optimize their systems to maximize abandonment rates during the cancellation process, treating customer frustration as a profit center. Here's what makes this especially predatory. Businesses use behavioral psychology research to determine exactly how much friction they can add to cancellation processes before customers become angry enough to dispute charges, maximizing revenue extraction while staying just below the threshold of actionable fraud. When user experience design becomes financial extraction technology, subscription services aren't convenient, they're digital traps designed to transform your forgetfulness and frustration into permanent revenue streams through systematic interface manipulation that profits from your desire to avoid confrontation.